The US has a really clever system that makes the dollar one of the most powerful tools in the world. Here's how it works. It's like a dollar tide: money flows out, then flows back in. Take Japan as an example. Japan sells a lot of cars to Americans, right? They make a ton of money in US dollars. But what happens next? Japan doesn't just sit on those dollars. Instead, they use them to buy US Treasury bonds. Why? Because the global economy runs on dollars, and treasuries are seen as one of the safest and most liquid investments out there. You can sell them anytime to get dollars back, plus you earn some interest. So Japan, and really most countries around the world, buys US debt as a way to store their earnings. Worse, here's the catch. When countries earn money from the US, they end up sending that money back to the US by purchasing treasuries. This allows the US to continue printing more dollars and buying goods and services from the rest of the world. Effectively, the US gets the entire world to work for it while keeping the system afloat. Clever, right? But here's the problem. Lately, fewer countries are buying US treasuries. That's a big deal. Not because the US government is going to shut down tomorrow, but because the dollar tide is getting disrupted. Dollars are flowing out of the US, but not as much as coming back in. If that continues, it could mess up the whole system. So what does the US do to fix this? It has a playbook. First, it might start a trade war, like imposing tariffs. For example, if you're not buying enough of our treasuries, we'll make it harder for you to sell your goods here. But this approach has its limits. When the US slapped tariffs on China and other countries, some of them started dumping US treasuries instead of buying more. So, the next move? A weaker dollar? If the dollar's value drops, it makes us assets like stocks, real estate, and yes, treasuries more attractive to foreign investors. The hope is that this will lock more foreign money into the US financial system. If fewer countries are buying US debt, how will the US get that money flowing back into treasuries? How could normal people like you and I protect our wealth or benefit from the system? Subscribe to this channel to find out.